Yo, it's Cass and Chris. We got you in the mix. Yeah. We say goodbye to the gloominess and the rain. Bright-eyed pupils when we peep the waves. Until we get sipping our local IPA. Welcome to the city built for leisure and play.
Cause we're living. Welcome back to another edition of the Livin in San Diego podcast. If you didn't listen last week, go hit that one up. We had a guest on talking about his new podcast, which just dropped last week, and live from the dugout. If you got kids in sports, go check that out. It's kind of like teaching them what the professionals do in difficult situations, even though we tell them that every week.
Yeah.
Sometimes they listen to someone else. So anyways, go check that out, live from the dugout. But this week we got a lot going on. We got our weekends. We got a little bit of sports. Not happy to talk about it. We got new to do and I do. And then we got our story of the week and a question for Cassidy. So we're going to jump into all of that. What else we got?
I think that's it.
That's it. All right. And as always, this episode is brought to you by our Livin in San Diego real estate crew. It's not a real estate podcast, but we like to throw it out there. If you guys are thinking about buying, selling, or making the move in San Diego, go check out down below in the description. Hit us up, and let's get rocking and rolling, though. You ready?
Yeah.
How were the weekends?
I mean, you and I had a pretty similar weekend.
Yeah, we did.
Spent a lot of time in Temecula at a soccer tournament. Didn't go the way the boys were hoping, but it was fun. Temecula is always a cool spot to get to.
Galloway Downs?
Galloway Downs, yeah.
It's a huge complex.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's everything's like horse arenas and trails and then there's soccer fields just
I wonder
everywhere.
if they ever have actual horses out there. They have to
they
at
do,
some
yeah.
point, right?
Yeah.
Tournaments or...
Race. I mean, it looks like they have like racing set up, and then also there's a whole bunch of jumps and stuff. So
yeah, they do have a full track around. When we took off on the track like we were, how the ambulance does at Del Mar.
Yeah.
Kind of felt like we were chasing the horse.
That's right. Yeah. So anyway, but soccer tournament, and then on just happened to run into you guys on Saturday at Bare Knuckle Brewing. Did we even mention that we were thinking about going there?
I don't think so. I think I said I was going to go there Friday, but we ended up there Saturday post game.
Rad. It's a good spot. Good beer. And then Cam and I drove up to Long Beach. By the way, the 710, which is the freeway off the 15 to get to Long Beach, was brutal. It was like the 78 on steroids.
Yeah?
Like stop, go. Cars pulled over here. It was awful.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. So it was 2 hours of that. I mean, it was just like you get to the hotel and I wanted to take a nap. I was exhausted.
Did you take a nap?
No.
You said you were gonna.
I know. I had intentions, but we only had like 45 minutes, and then we were going to dinner, and so everything kind of just started stacking up.
Yeah.
But Cam and I went to Long Beach to go to Snoop Dogg and Friends on Saturday night it's got a bank name now, but it's the Long Beach Amphitheater, essentially.
You said it's brand new?
Brand new, first show ever. It was rad. It feels a little temporary, like all the stands and stuff is just like metal framing and but it was really cool. Snoop is awesome. It was
size
incredible.
wise, what are we looking like? Like front wave style or Cricket or Coors or whatever it's called now, Sleep Train?
Yeah, it's probably smaller than Sleep Train, but kind of more that style because it's outdoors. I mean, probably similar to that though.
Is it still called Sleep Train?
Whatever the Coors, the Chula Vista one.
Yeah, I don't know what that's called anymore.
But yeah, it was really, really fun. Snoop performed for at least 2.5 hours. Cam and I left after 2 because we had been up for soccer at 6, and we were just starting to get tired. He's like, we haven't heard Drop It Like It's Hot yet. I'm like, I'm sorry.
And I don't know if he goes through them all. You're like, I don't know. He's got so many jams. He
probably finishes with that song. I mean, I'm guessing he just finishes with that song because we didn't even hear it as we were leaving. We had a 40-minute walk and we could hear music for at least 20 of it. Like we heard Young, Wild and Free. Is that what it's called?
With Kid Cudi, or not Kid Cudi, Wiz Khalifa.
And Bruno Mars.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we heard that one as we were crossing the bridge on the way back. And so that was really still the only one we hadn't heard. And
Is that like one? I mean, is that
it's like
is
his
that like a
biggest
closing song?
I think
Drop
it's
it like
just
it's
one of
hot.
its. I think it's just one of his biggest jams.
I don't know. What
I don't
about
know.
like Gin and Juice? What
Well, he
about
did all
like,
those. Like he did
Yeah,
all of those.
all the main hits.
Yeah.
Like Drop It Like It's Hot. I mean, yeah, it's popular. I wouldn't think it'd be like a closing or like an encore. It seems like a intro kind of song.
Well, he did it. Well, it's interesting because he did most of it like in chronological order. So there was like a story, like he was being interviewed up on screen, like they had done it, they'd filmed it ahead of time, and it was kind of like his history and like his legal battles, and once he was out of the gang scene, and like, well, who knows, but like, and then it was like a couple different albums, and it was really cool. And I don't even know where that song fits in chronologically. I probably could have Googled
North Island Credit Union, by the way.
That's what it is in Chula Vista.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was rad. The Vantage was really cool. It was like in our view from our seats, you have the Long Beach skyline, you've got water, you've got the Queen Mary is literally right behind the stage. So yeah, it was really fun. The Friends, we had high hopes that we were going to see like Dr. Dre or anybody like Pharrell or some of the like big time friends of Snoop. And
He's got a lot of friends.
He does. Turns out he does. But it was mostly like Dog Pound folks, like people from his old crew and stuff. So
Yeah.
But it was cool. It was rad.
So it was a good show. I mean, like,
Yeah.
Did he have opener and closer? I mean, not a closer,
So
but like
he
opener.
had like a MC, a comedian that kind of ran things. Pretty much just like bought time when Snoop wasn't ready to go out. And then Ray Vaughn was the opener. I don't know if you've heard Ray Vaughn. And then Snoop came out at what time would it have been? 8:30. And
That's an early show.
right, I know, came on at 8:30 and then played till we left at 10:30, 10:35 or something like that. It was he's got a ton of energy. The stage was really cool. It was like, and I'll post some videos too, but.
Tag
I have
Livin in
to-
San Diego,
yeah.
by the way.
And now that I know that we'll censor it, so that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. I showed him a trick the other day, but yeah, go follow us over on Instagram at Livin in San Diego. Cassie's going to tag it from his at
Yep.
Cassidy Lewis Ari.
Yeah. So main stage, and then there was like a second level stage that he was up on a couple times, which was rad. Like just people up higher could see him a little better, and
Yeah.
it exceeded expectations. Just how good of a performer he is. I shouldn't have doubted, but
He's got some experience.
but he's also, I mean, he's not that old. He just looks like he's old.
He's pretty old.
He's 54.
Yeah, I guess that's not crazy old, but
Right.
here's this. This is from You Discover Music, so I don't know how accurate it is, but his top 20 hits. You have Young, Wild, and Free, Wiz Khalifa and Bruno Mars, Lay Low, a little bit of Nate Dogg in there.
Mm-hmm.
You got Life of the Party.
Yeah, that's the one with. No, that's not. Never mind.
Then you have Snoop Dogg, What's My Name, Part 2. Ain't No Fun If the Homies Can't Have None. Vapors at 15. Sexual Eruption at 14. Doggy Dog World at 13. A lot of it, all these are featuring a lot of his friends
Yeah,
too.
that's what I mean. Yeah.
Still a G Thing, Lottie Dottie, The Shiznit, Beep, Please. The next episode, Murder Was the Case, Beautiful with Pharrell, Deep Cover, Who Am I? What's My Name? It's part 1 right there. Drop It Like It's Hot, number 3, featuring Pharrell.
Yeah, it's up there.
Nothing But a G Thing, and then Gin and Juice.
Yeah. I actually drink gin, and him and Dre have a canned gin and juice line, and I had a couple of those. It's pretty good.
Didn't they have, doesn't Happy Dad have like a little spin off of that?
It's like the grape flavor
Yeah.
is Death Row.
Yeah.
It says
Oh, yeah,
Death
yeah.
Row on the front. Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah, it's red. So yeah, I mean, all in all, it was a really fun experience. I feel like I'm still paying for it. I haven't been up till midnight in a long time.
Yeah, that's
But-
late night.
Yeah, but it was really fun. Cam loved it. Like he's probably watched the video clips like 100 times. Like Sunday morning, I let him sleep in. He slept all the way until 9. I got in the shower. We're getting ready to go get breakfast. And I come out and he's just watching clips on his phone. So he was pumped. We went to a really cool And Waffles. We went to a cool breakfast spot
And waffles.
It's
is
just
what
called And Waffles. Yeah.
All right.
And probably had one of the best breakfast sandwiches I've ever had. Literally on waffles, fried chicken. So it was a fried chicken and waffle sandwich.
Oh, interesting.
With eggs over easy on top. It was delicious.
That sounds intense.
So good.
Sounds intense.
It was good. So, but yeah, it was a fun weekend.
Nice.
Yeah.
Little Snoop Dogg and friends.
Yeah. I would go again.
Did Cam learn anything from there?
Oh yeah, a lot. I didn't think about. I told you this the other day. I didn't think about the pole dancing part of the show.
Yeah.
I knew the language. I knew the smoke. That's about. I just didn't think about that part. So
yeah.
Definitely learned some things.
You did. Yeah. You got to learn some things at your, I don't know, not at his first concert, but your first Snoop Dogg concert.
That's right. First rap concert.
I'm trying to think if I've seen Snoop and I've been to a few festivals, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Rock the Bells was probably the biggest one. I don't know if he was there though. It was like Far Side, maybe Wu-Tang. Who else was there? Oh, Tribe Called Quest was. I don't think Snoop was there, but nonetheless.
Yeah, this venue has a couple cool shows coming up too. So can't think of any artists right off the bat, but since it is a new venue, it's definitely worth checking out. Long Beach was pretty cool. Like the little harbor area or whatever was pretty rad. Don't ever think of Long Beach as like a destination to go to because it's so really, industrial.
Yeah.
But the little downtown area was pretty cool. We went to Bubba Gump's for dinner, and but there's a couple restaurants in there in that little area and a big outlet mall and stuff. So
is it all industrial right around there? Like once you get out,
everything like from where we went to dinner, like the little where the aquarium is, and a couple restaurants and in the mall, you can see all of the whatever you call it, the container,
the port.
Yeah, the whole port along that side. It was also on the our backside, looking at the stage. All of that stuff was right there.
Yeah.
So like the Port Authority, police officers, whatever you call them, almost pulled over our Uber driver because she did a U-turn and dropped us off at a spot she wasn't supposed to.
She flashed or
yeah,
did
they made the noise. Yeah. So, literally it's right there. So yeah, it was cool. It was
nice. Rad. Very nice. Do you remember any of the shows coming up?
I don't. I can look real quick.
All right.
Let's see.
All right. My weekend started off the same. Well, I have a few weeks in here. So yeah, Bare Knuckle up in, Galloway Downs up in Temecula, which was awesome. We stayed at South Coast. First time staying there. Cool little hotel. It's, we didn't do much. We just kind of cruised around, pool, spa. They do have like an actual spa there that Julie went to last time. But anyways, went out, cruised around. There's a big wedding there. So we get to hear, the DJ going for however long. And cause it's close enough to our room, hear that rocking. Mm-hmm. But it's beautiful set. I've got a corner room looking over the winery here, looking at, hills, mountains on the other side. And it's my first time I've been to not my first time in a long time that actually driving through the sign to welcome to wine country, and then you hit up South Coast because that's one of the ones that we always hit for party buses or anything like that. That's like one of the stops. You go South Coast. You have, what are the other popular ones? I mean, Ponte's right next to it.
Callaway is a big one.
Yeah, maybe it's Callaway. I don't know.
That one's kind of up on the hill, a lot of glass.
I don't recall.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's usually like three that I've been on probably a handful of wine tours and they're all hit the same spots. But South Coast is one of them. We didn't even go to get wine. We just kind of cruised around, she got some wine by the pool, got some beers cruising around. But that whole venue's awesome. So they went to bed. I still need to get some steps in. So I had to go walk the grounds, found this like trail cruising around South Coast, had to get up to that 10,000, started. I was like, if I walk to Ponte, go to the Cellar, which is like their underground. Have you been there? It's like the underground bar.
Yep.
Last time we went there, long time ago, it was pretty dead. I don't know if it was like a weekday or something, but this thing, it was packed. They had music going. It was a good vibe in there. That only got me like 500 extra steps. I was like, shoot. So I had to leave, do like a bunch of laps around South Coast that night. Ended up getting it. But Bare Knuckle, that whole area, like if you guys are up in Temecula, I don't know the name of the plaza. It's right off the main drag, the 79. Not too far from the freeway.
No, it's pretty close.
Few minutes away, maybe a mile in.
3 lights maybe.
But just look up Bare Knuckle Brewing, and it's this whole center, and they have other spots. There's like a pizza spot in there. There's a few other, I think ice cream spot And
a
it's-
boba,
yeah.
like a tea place.
And you want to think of it, it's like right in the middle, like you were saying last time you went there. It's like a strip mall.
Yeah.
But then they have this little cutout where it looks, a little more.
I think that was the original.
I was gonna say,
that was originally there.
Yeah.
And then they built this
around it.
giant strip mall right next to
Okay.
it. Yeah, and because the way we park on the backside, I think you guys parked on the front side.
Yeah,
right?
we parked in the normal parking lot.
Yeah. So we parked on the backside. It's like you're going to like the unloading zone for whatever big box store is right there on the other side. So it's awkward, but once you're there, it's rad. It's the food's good and beers are good. And
Yeah, I was gonna try to look up the beer that we had or that I had.
we had the now I can't. Champ.
The Champ.
West Coast IPA.
The Champ is their
Yep.
West Coast. Yeah, solid there.
Yep.
We also went to. I'm going to keep it in the tournament section because that's all we talk about. That's where we're at in life right now.
Yep.
But
Tournament life.
ended up at the Oceanside. They call it Bisocha Beach Soccer Championship. I never even knew they had it up there, but they've been doing it for almost 20 years now. Mm-hmm. And it's beach soccer. It's kind of like futsal-ish, if anybody's familiar with futsal, but it's 4 or 5v5, right? Goalies and then 4 out there, and playing in the sand. So they had the professional stadium set up, which is stands on one side, which is pretty rad. They had a little food court, and then I don't know how many kids courts they had. Probably, I don't know, 20, something like that.
Wow.
So it's a big tournament, right? And they have it like they
This
kind of
is
have
just
it.
the second weekend of it.
Was it the set? No, this
this
last
is the week.
weekend.
Oh god,
This
I
is
thought it was like you
previous
guys went
weekend.
back to that.
No. This is the previous weekend.
Got it.
Yeah, it was. I'll read about it real quick. So, Beach Soccer USA runs the Beach Soccer Championships, a large youth and amateur beach soccer event in Oceanside that's designed to feel more like a summer festival than a traditional tournament, which it was, just partying. People have their big, setups down there, show up early. I don't know how they bring all that stuff down. That maybe they just pull up next on the harbor because they're not parking down there, unload the barbecues and the grills and like full on setups, right? I have like a chair and like a small cooler. That's all. I don't like I like to travel light. So anyways, it combines soccer with music, entertainment, pro games, and beach party atmosphere. The event started with 152 teams on 15 fields, expanded to 28 fields by 2010, and has sold out annually since reaching capacity. The organizers also have donated more than $200,000 to local youth programs. Alongside the youth and amateur tournament, the organization hosts the Beach Soccer US Pro Cup. The pro tournament began in 2007 and has attracted clubs and players from the U.S. and countries including Brazil, Mexico, Spain, Portugal, Italy, Japan, Tahiti, Colombia, and the United Arab Emirates. It was rebranded the U.S. Soccer Pro Cup in 2018 with the goal of aligning with its broader national championship. The pro side has featured well-known teams and players over the years, including the San Diego Sockers, FC Barcelona, Lazio, Botafogo, I don't know what that one is, Fortaleza, and Go Beach Soccer. More recently, the Marizilians won the 2025 men's title by beating local team SoCal Legacy 2-1. When we were there, they had teams from all over, but one of the, I think it was kids-ish teams, they had from Tahiti. I think there was 3 or 4 teams out there from Tahiti.
That's rad.
And it's a super fun, like totally different than a normal soccer tournament. It's on the beach, obviously, so it's just hanging out beach day, right? You got just people everywhere. We parked in like a parking lot that I haven't been in years. We'll walk through that little section with like Rock and Baja and all that. We used to go there as kids, and I was like, dude, I haven't been here in so long. The little back beach parking lot where you go under the bridge to get to the main area, to the harbor, and but watching the kids are kind of playing like soccer, trying to dribble. It's going nowhere. I played with my boy for like a half hour. I'm just sore the next day, just like running through the sand and, jumping around because it's soft. So you're trying to do some fun kicks and whatnot. But the pros, they're basically like, they have different rules. You could pass it back to the goalie a certain amount of times, but they're bringing it up like, it's touching the sand a minimal amount of time, not much dribbling. It's more like stop the ball, you chip it up, and then the goalies are even coming out like juggling the ball. They could shoot as well. That's the clip that I posted last week.
Yeah, incredible.
And the let's say the velocity they're kicking this ball, it's insane, dude. It's like, watch out, you're gonna get knocked out. But
that's right.
Anyways, it's over for this month or for this year. But if you guys want a fun little tournament / like something fun to do. Maybe your kids are in soccer. It was a super fun tournament. And I think you could just make teams. Like it wasn't even our boys' normal team. It was like a Samba team. And, you just kind of pick a group and get out there. And it was fun. It was awesome. Really fun tournament. Another thing.
Real quick. No, I just, one of Cam's buddies, I meant to tell you last week, but forgot, had a family friend that plays professional beach soccer. Because I was telling him that you guys were at that tournament. And he's like, oh, we have a friend that goes around and plays professional. So he's going to places like Tahiti and like Portugal and like all these incredible places to play beach soccer, which how insane is that? Not a bad life.
Yeah. It seemed, cool. Apparently it's bigger than we thought. One of the coaches for Samba or something, he was in one of the teams. I think they made it to the finals actually, but apparently he's like a big deal in this world. Like he's like one of the celebrities once again, traveling around doing all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it was pretty rad. And it was super fun to watch. Like it was a really good time. Beautiful weather too. It was like gorgeous, cool in the morning, got hot. It was awesome. So another thing we hit up for a birthday dinner for the wifey was Isola, new in Encinitas.
Oh, cool.
It is right where Death by Tequila used to be.
Oh, Death by Tequila's gone?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Coast Highway. I don't think they did much in the inside. It looks very similar. I mean, they added, now it's like an Italian theme, but really good spot. Like we showed up Wednesday and we're like, I asked the guy, I was like, how long you guys been open? He's like a week. I'm like, oh, you guys are pretty fresh, but it was Wednesday. It was packed. It's not a huge place either. So it's nice, just seeing it filled in and whatever. Really good food. The boys got some pizza. They have their little brick oven right there.
Oh, cool.
We just kind of got a smorgasbord of different things. We got some pasta with meat sauce, some of the bruschetta. What else did we get? Oh, there's some other tasty little things going on. Obviously their bread. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, it was a really, really tasty spot. So
nice, if
you guys are looking for a new restaurant in Encinitas, there's a few more popping up, not Isola's, but a few new restaurants popping up in Encinitas too.
Nice, rad.
Coming down the line. So make reservations. I think we got in at like 5:30. A little bit after that, it got a little bit busier and busier. So if you guys need to make a reservation, go do that. All right. And then last, before we get into sports, I learned this. I had this on the list for a little bit, but I learned it maybe a few weeks ago. I think you sent it to me actually. I was on a run and you send a little shaka sign, right?
Yeah.
But if you're running, it reads these texts to you or reads like, hey, Cassidy just sent, like gave you a thumbs up or whatever. So it read it to me. It's the shaka sign. I'm talking about shaka sign. Like if you're sending somebody a text and you're just like, yeah, whatever. Right.
Cool. Like that's my cool.
Yeah.
I do thumbs up for some people, shaka for some people.
Yeah. So like responding to a iMessage text. But when it read it out loud, it says, Cassie said, call me. And I was like, what?
Oh,
so if you look at it, it's like the hand, like, putting it up to your face, like, call me.
Is that really what it is? Or is it?
That's what Apple's telling me. So that's what it read to me in my headphones. So I looked at it. I was like, yeah. I was like, I know what he means, but
that's
so anyways, that's
if you didn't look at the text, you would have been like,
because it just reads it. It's like Cassie replied, or however it reads it, but Cassie replied, call me. And I looked at it and there was nothing on there. I was like, are you I get it. That's funny.
I never even put that together.
Anyways, it's not a shaka sign. It's a call me sign.
I'm still using it as a shaka. Let's see if somebody calls me. They're like, you told me to call you. I'm like, no, I did not.
You said call me. So that's your Apple tip of the week.
That's rad. I have the concerts if you want to hear them.
Yeah, go for it.
So July 17th. Well, first, there's one early July 3rd. Not really my world, but Primus, Les Claypool's Frog Brigade, and Lennon Delirium. No clue. I know Primus, but they're on July 17th is Ice Cube and Mike Epps, who's a comedian. So it presents Every Day's Friday, lyrics, lounging, and laughing.
Interesting. It's like a show /
comedy show.
Interesting.
Yeah. On August 1st, you got Lil Wayne at 20 years of Carter classics with a game and 2 Chainz.
I do like Lil Wayne.
Yep. And then August 14th, you got Toto, Christopher Cross, Luke Bryan on August 15th, Dirty Heads and 311 on August 18th. And then it looks like they do movies too. So like they have Curse of the Black Pearl on August 20th. And so pretty cool. Pretty rad. Oh, and a little something. Oh, I might actually go to this. Something corporate. Jax Mannequin and Andrew McMahon, I think is how you pronounce it. Little alternative show too. So pretty cool. I like that they're starting with like hip hop legends just to start things off.
Yeah, I mean, that's Long Beach. That's Snoop's house. So
exactly,
seems like that's a good starting point.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk sports or not. Your call. We can skip over it.
It was looking good for me until this week.
Yeah.
Better. I mean, at least entertaining games.
Yeah, that's like
it's bad baseball is not fun to watch, and like last night was bad again. On Monday,
and by the way, he's talking about the Giants because he's
yeah.
not a Padres fan.
No. And on Monday we had a 2-run lead, which we got late. Like I think 8th inning, we scored 2 runs, and we gave up we gave up the lead and lost in the bottom of the ninth. So.
Yeah, that's kind of the Padres cadence too. It's like, okay, let's play. They have decent enough pitching. It's going to be a tight game.
Mm-hmm.
Come into like the 5th or 6th, it's 2-0 the other team. Maybe they'll like this is what happened the other day. They actually won the game, but 2-0. Let's call it the 6th, whatever. Little dribbler kind of towards first base. Pitcher tries to cover it, boinks off him. He kind of makes an error. They called it a hit, but anyways. Guy's on first. Next guy, it's like Machado or something, hits a bomb, 2-0. That's like the only hits all game, right? Just like a little weird thing and then like a home run. Like no rallies.
Yeah.
You're just like, dude, just give me one rally.
Yeah.
So last night watching the game.
Put up like a 3 spot.
Yeah, like, dude, come on, let's do this. So last night watching the game, they were down, came back. I think it was 2-2. At some point, I think through the game, at least they had bases loaded with less than 2 outs. Definitely twice, maybe 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, you got to put somebody in at that point, right? Like, come on, you got to score something. You got to rally going. I think one Fermin hit into a double play. Another one, pop up here, strikeout here. And it's just like watching the pitchers when they're, they do the pregame. They're talking about these other pitchers. They're like, oh, he hasn't been playing too well. His ERA is super high. And this guy, he's not really a strikeout guy. And then they give him his strikeout record for the year. You're just like, dude,
that's brutal.
What's going on here, man?
What's going on here?
Yeah, so Padres not so fun. Offense has been lacking. And I'll read you here. Actually, I'm going to read their starting lineup from last night. Not the starting lineup, because they're at the beginning of the game, they showed the batting averages, right? Mm-hmm. So here's the Padres starting lineup, their batting averages. You got Fernando Tatis. He's actually been hitting well, just doesn't have the power right now. I think he went 3 for 4 last night, mostly singles, got one, maybe got a double, something. Anyways, he's been hitting well. He's got one of the highest, off the bat, whatever it's called.
Yeah, bat speed
or ball speed off the bat.
Oh, yeah, exit velocity.
There we go. See, we'll get to the bottom of this. So he's been hitting decent. He's hitting 269, right? Mm-hmm. Jackson Merrill, 198.
Eesh.
Manny Machado, 166. And we're in June now. We're in June.
That's insane.
Gavin Sheets playing first base, hitting 230. We have a DH. Brought him up from AAA. Will Wagner. He doesn't even have a batting average yet. You have Samad Taylor, batting 375, but that's because he's had
like 8 at-bats or something.
8 at-bats, and he's had 2 hits. Yesterday, all it said, or the first, maybe it was yesterday, it was just 0 for 2 was his stat, right? Once again, AAA, whatever, right? Didn't he come AAA?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're like, I didn't even know these guys were on the team, honestly. You have Bryce Johnson playing right field, 200. Then you have Freddie Fermin, who's been our power hitter in the last 3 out of the last 4 nights. He's had a home run, 161. And then Sun Moon Song, 194.
At what point does your hitting coach get fired?
That's what I'm thinking, dude. He was apparently the hitting coach.
Man, he's working on it, but
maybe
Giants last year.
No, one of the Florida team, maybe Marlins. I don't know. They were talking about it, but he's like, his philosophy. I heard it on a podcast or something. His philosophy is like, we're doing the right thing. We're executing. We're hitting line drives. They're just not going where they need to be, and give it time and da-da-da. And that was like
June.
3 or 4 months ago or 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know, dude. Something's going on. So Manny Machado hitting 166. I mean,
it's crazy.
That's just like,
How does he
happen.
sleep at night?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, on millions of dollars.
He
That's
was
how
one of
sleeps.
the guys who had a chance. Yeah, he was one of the guys who had a chance last night. Bases loaded, 1 out. He's up, strikes out. You're like,
Yeah.
dude, just pop fly. That's all you need to do.
First
pop fly.
Yeah, I know. Or I hate yesterday. It was the first pitch. Couple rallies last night were 2-out rallies. So we had like bases loaded, 2 outs.
See, I'm
runners
good
on
with the
first
2-out
and
rally.
third. Runners on first and third, 2 outs.
Mm-hmm.
And first pitch swinging, the bases loaded. The bases were walked loaded, and then Casey Schmidt, who's been one of our best hitters, goes up and on the first pitch pops it up in the infield. It's like he just walked.
Yeah, well,
Like,
he's
maybe
swinging right
take
now,
a
dude.
Take a pitch, dude.
Take a few.
But anyway, yeah, it's been Giants has not the batting average problem hasn't been an issue. It's more timely hits.
Yeah.
And pitching has been atrocious. Last night, first batter hit a single, second batter hit a home run.
You're like,
So
cool.
you're starting
You're
down
like, I didn't even
2-0.
turn the TV on
Yeah,
yet. And
I
you're like,
hadn't.
I'm down.
I hadn't. We were finishing dinner.
Here's a trick. Whatever time it starts, if you got MLB or whatever, let it go for 20 to
You can
30
fast
minutes.
forward through the.
Yeah, and then it's a way better viewing experience. It's like you give it a little time to start. They're getting
Yeah.
into it. If something like that happens, you're like, okay, well, I'm going faster through this. I don't have to sit through
Yeah.
most of it. But
Because we have one of the hottest hitters in baseball. Jung-Hoo Lee is batting I don't know, after last night. He was up to 338, which is good for the second best batting average in baseball.
yeah,
Something Otto. I don't know. On the Marlins, he's got the best. And then Arise is number 4 in the big league. So we've got some guys that can hit the ball. It's just when everybody hits the ball is the problem.
yeah. You got to hit it at some point. Yeah, like I said, back to Fermin. He hit last night. He didn't. He broke it. So the previous 3 games, he hit a home run. So now he's got triple the amount of home runs as Fernando Tatis. But they put up on the stats. It was Tony Gwynn Jr. and somebody else announcing it wasn't Mud and Don.
Mm-hmm.
And they put it up on the big screen in the stadium. It says Freddie Fermin just tied Tony Gwynn Jr.'s home run records at Petco Park with 3. It said, and many others, but it wasn't just Tony, obviously, but they're just messing with him. It was pretty funny.
That's right.
Yeah. So like all these dudes too, it's just like, just a mishmash. Like we had 3 players last night just from AAA. You're like, I mean, because Ramon's out for the year, Laureano's out for the year.
Oh, he is? Oh, wow.
More or less. Unless we make a run, he might come back, but he's got not a hip issue. He's got a hip surgery.
That sucks.
So anyway, and Castellanos, they
DFA'd.
yeah, he went back to the Phillies. So,
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And
They're paying him anyway.
it came
so.
to a spot where he like would have pinch hit, like whatever part of the game they needed a pinch hitter, they went with the other guy, whoever it was. So like, nah, we're good.
Why? That's so crazy. The Phillies would
I
pick
don't
him back
know.
up.
DFA,
Other
so
than-
you don't just go back, you just
No, it's
go
just
wherever.
free agent. Yeah, you're just.
They said he went back to there. So
That's wild.
all right, here's by the numbers.
But they are paying him $20 million. So
yeah,
that part it kind of makes
just
sense.
have him on the
Yeah,
bench.
yeah.
Padres by the numbers, 10 in lightning stats amid a critical month. This is from June 3rd, so a few days ago. 26.9% of pitches Padres batters have seen at 95 miles per hour or above. That's the highest percentage in the majors, but they're also the worst hitting fastball team in the majors. So you're like, dude, that's not great. 88 runs scored by San Diego May. The previous time the Padres scored 88 or fewer runs in a calendar month was May 2017, when Will Myers was the only member of the roster to sign to an 8-figure contract. In May 2026, San Diego batted 200 with a 615 OPS. The second time in franchise history, the offense batted 200 or worse in a calendar month. So it's not just watching it. You're like, this sucks. My team, it's like backed up by stats here.
Yeah.
2. The stat is 2. Batted balls pulled at 113 miles an hour plus by Fernando Tatis since Saturday. His first home run of the season. This was a few weeks ago. 83.6 miles per hour. Manny Machado's average arm strength on his top 5% of throws. He does still have, I mean, just
Got a cannon.
they threw one, not from the ground, but kind of from the ground the other day. 2, the game in which Xander Bogaerts, Manny Machado, and Tatis have all homered. The second of those games was Saturday when the 3 decorated hitters each homered off Washington Nationals lefty Foster Griffin. The first game, you have to go all the way back to April 29th of 2023. They have 8 go-ahead home runs hit by Gavin Sheets. Okay.
Crazy. Yeah, that's a good one.
32.8% of Jace Bowen's AAA swings that resulted in a whiff. He's on they needed to mix it up. 90.5 average miles per hour on Lucas Giolito's 4-seam fastball. Seems a little low. And then minus 0.02 Freddie Fermin's WAR.
That's
not what you want.
Not good. Yeah.
And then 7 years since Preller sold at the trade deadline. So we'll see if it happens again. I don't think so. I think they're still in it. They're still
Giants will sell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They
Just curious who.
Here's how we got the bases loaded yesterday. Was it yesterday? Maybe it was the previous game. But anyways, in the last 2 days, Jace Bowen comes up, bunts the ball, gets on first. Samad Taylor comes up, bunts the ball, gets on first.
Sometimes it's what it takes.
Jackson Merrill, somebody else. No, it wasn't Merrill. Somebody else. Maybe it was a swinging bunt. I don't know. It could have been an actual bunt. Maybe for me, somebody bunted triple or on first, and then their pitcher just couldn't field the ball at some point, and so like we got, and it must have been 2 games ago because we won that game. But just bunting the ball all the time, like that's our offense is bunting the ball. The guys have speed. Jace and Samad, they're super quick, but nonetheless,
we scored a run on a safety squeeze on Monday.
Yeah,
so pretty cool.
Yeah,
he was out at first, but
actually we had one last night, but it hit off. Manning was on third. Another time, I think it was a guy on first and third, so not loaded, but he bunted it. Samad Taylor did, but he ran too fast and it bounced off his hand, so they called him back. Like it was a nice bunt too. Manny scored. Would have been 3-2. They went to overtime, extra innings, lost 5. I think they lost in 12.
Bummer.
So, anyways, we'll have some good news next week on the Padres. That's our Padres rant. Let's look at something. Let me see. I have a note for looking at the ABS from 6/7. I wonder why I took that picture. I don't know. I wanted to see what it was. Where was it here? No, that was that.
ABS meaning the strike zone?
Yeah. It was something about, oh, here we go. Do you know what the ABS challenge rates have been? The success rates by the challenger. Let's go batters.
Batters. I don't think the batters are as good as the catchers. I'm not positive, but I think
46.7%. Catchers, you're right, a little bit higher. 59.1%.
Mm-hmm.
Pitchers.
Don't do it very often.
Yeah. 33.3%.
Yeah.
So obviously the catchers are seeing the ball the best, but yeah, some of these they just you see them do it out of frustration. You're like,
yeah.
Dude, it's
or
not. You
first
can't just
pitch
whip
or whatever.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Sometimes it just don't matter, right?
Yeah. Jung-Hoo Lee got one on the first pitch yesterday where he thought it was way up.
Yeah.
And you know how it tells you the inches or whatever? It's like 0.5 inches or whatever. His didn't even have an amount because it was so close. It was like an eyelash above the strike zone.
Oh, it was barely off.
Yeah, just for a ball. And so that one got overturned. And then the catcher, like 2 pitches later in the same at bat, called one. And they didn't put the distance off either because it was too far. It was like 2 baseballs down low. It was wild.
Yeah, it's funny some of these that they're calling. You know, you could just see them strike. I think Samad Taylor a few nights ago just whiffed on a strike 3 or whatever. Just watched the ball and it was well within the strike zone. He's tapping as he's walking to the dugout and like, wait, no, dude, you know that's their challenge.
Yeah.
Like totally lost it.
Yeah.
But all right, let's talk.
There's also like a time frame in which you have to challenge too,
Yeah.
because somebody the umpire's like, no, you're past the.
It's not an exact time. It's like immediately or something.
Okay,
You know, it's like a broad term.
Yeah.
Like that was immediate, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, I kind of like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's get a little World Cup going because this Friday, this is dropping on Thursday, guys. Friday, we got USA versus Paraguay. And then we got next, I think they're all Fridays. Next Friday, you have USA versus Australia. And then the 25th, so that seems like a Friday, maybe a Thursday, you have Turkey versus USA. What do we think about Team USA?
I mean, I already saw your stats on our podcast sheet. I mean, Team USA is never favored on the men's side.
Yeah.
to do much. So what did we say last time they made it to like the quarters? I think
so.
I mean, that'd be rad. I just want to see like as many games as possible. Like that's the draw is like, let's see some World Cup games.
We got
it's a
3
lot of
guaranteed,
fun.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always having something to root for, right?
Yeah. And World Cup games end up being, even if it's not USA, it's really fun to watch. So yeah, I'm excited for it to start.
Yeah, it'll be good. So this Friday, there's a bunch of watch parties around. I just heard there's a watch party of some sort at Fox Point Farms in Encinitas. If you guys go, maybe I'll see you there. Maybe I won't. We'll see. But our friends are going. So anyways.
It's cool having them all be like somewhat local times too. Like this isn't when it's in Africa or wherever where you're up at like 4 a.m. to watch a game or staying up super late.
Yeah, so I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Let's go Team USA. So I asked, maybe it was ChatGPT. No, Google. Does Team USA have a chance? And here's what it told me. Team USA has a very slim chance of winning the 2026 World Cup with a betting odds sitting around plus 6,000. So basically 70-1.
Wow.
And if you make bets, that's a big bet. Let me see.
Yeah.
So I have a ticket from Vegas. Not from the World Cup, but
Padres.
for the Padres. And this must have been, it was in April. So was that the season started? Yeah. Yeah. So we were a few games in. And even the Padres, a lot more teams, probably a similar amount of teams. I don't know how many are in World Cup. Maybe there's
I don't know either.
32, 64. Anyways, Padres were plus 3,300. So they're just about double.
Although the odds didn't know that you'd have 2 guys batting under 200, but
like your 2 and 3 hitters, and then the rest of the team is AAA. The data models give them roughly a 1.3 probability of lifting the trophy. So,
but you're saying there's a
chance, baby. Reaching the quarterfinals would be considered a historic success for the squad under manager Mauricio Pochettino. So,
not an American.
I know. That's what I was thinking too.
It's probably good though.
They're watching a show like Road to the World Cup or whatever right now. And I was watching and they showed that part and he's giving them a speech and whatever. I was like, we don't have an American coach? They're like, no, he's Italian or what's he? He's Italian. Is he Italian or no? Somebody said Spanish, Spain.
Oh,
I don't
maybe
know.
Spain. I don't know.
We should find out. Look that up. You're our stats guy. We should know this stuff. But anyways, I think the wife's like, yeah, he's a good coach. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, he is.
You better coach us really well then. Really well, really good.
Both.
Okay. Let's get some wins. Anyways, I'm excited for the World Cup.
Yeah.
I like our chances.
He's from Argentina.
Oh, okay. We were way off.
Way off. not even the right continent.
No. Okay. Well, that's your sports corner. We got fun sports coming up. We got some sports we don't want to watch right now, but we get these are some things that you might want to do. So let's get into the next segment called New to Do and I Do, where we tell you something new coming to town, something to do, and something we are saying goodbye to. So first up, and I brought this one up because Cassidy is a big fan of this spot. So it's a new spot coming to San Diego. Usually a lot of times we do North County San Diego, but this one's a lot of Southern San Diego or Central San Diego, I guess. California's first Dick's House of Sport is coming to San Diego. And what is that? Well, first off, where's it coming? It's coming to Mission Valley, and they're rebranding that whole shopping center down there. It's going to be renamed the Mission Valley Shopping Center. Recent press release confirmed that the location will become California's first Dick's House of Sports concept.
What is this?
Occupying a 158,000 square foot former Macy's building. So concept goes beyond a traditional sporting goods store, offering immersive experiences such as a climbing wall, golf simulators, an outdoor track and field area, and multi-sport cages for baseball, softball, soccer, and lacrosse, giving athletes an opportunity to try the products while measuring and tracking their performance. The new location will also be one of the largest House of Sports stores in the country.
Wow.
According to the release. So, yeah, it's
that sounds rad.
Yeah, so it's not just a Dick's. It's like a full experience. That's awesome. A big store if you're going into Macy's. I guess Most of them are pretty big anyways, but
Yeah, that Macy's was good, big though.
yeah. I'm trying to see. I looked it up. I think they're shooting to open like next year. So they're building out that whole center. Like I said, they're putting in some other things in there. But I think I read that they're looking like spring 2027, somewhere in there. So
Cool.
any of you sports fans, we're going to be heading to Mission Valley here pretty soon. I know you're going to take a pilgrimage down there.
Yeah, for sure. I want to check it out.
All right. And then how about to do? This is coming to downtown San Diego, and I found it over on San Diegoville. So go give them a shout out. They got a bunch of good stuff over there. Gaslamp Urban Pickleball returns to downtown San Diego with 6 weeks of summer play, food, music, and social events. So downtown San Diego's largest outdoor pickleball experience is returning this summer as Gaslamp's Urban Pickleball transforms a section of Fifth Avenue into a temporary pickleball village, complete with courts, live entertainment, food, drinks, shopping, and activities beginning July 30th. It's going to take between Island Avenue and K Street in the heart of Gaslamp. Six consecutive Thursdays of pickleball action in one of the city's busiest entertainment districts. It's going to run every Thursday from 4 until sunset. The last one will be on September 3rd. And it's going to be all kinds of stuff there. They have, like I said, music. Looks like they have some happy hours and stuff going on. Participants, they will have access to a zero proof garden. So like NA, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But registration,
better when you're playing pickleball.
I don't know. We played family camps coming up. And when we were playing pickleball, the rule was drink in hand.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's definitely the way to go.
Kind of like playing washers or cornhole, you know? But if you want to get down there, I'm sure it sells out pretty fast. There's not a ton of courts, right? Registration's $45, includes court time, official event t-shirt, access to the game day market, exclusive paddle hour perks, giveaways, and opportunities to win prizes through the event, through the event's Wheel of Serves activation. So go check that out. If you guys want to get outside, they showed some videos. I don't know if it was from, one article said it's the first one. One article said didn't seem like the first one, and there's like pictures of previous ones.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's the first one in this location. But anyways, Gaslamp Urban Pickleball, downtown San Diego. Go check it out. And then Adieu. So this is something we're saying goodbye to. Now, it's not going to happen until the end of the year, but the city council unanimously voted to repeal the Balboa parking fees. So
it's insane.
They built all this infrastructure and made a huge deal out of it. And then there was a lot of blowback, obviously, if you guys followed this story or anything. I think it was like $2.50 an hour, $10 all day. Used to be free down at Balboa Park, right?
People just stopped going to Balboa Park.
Well, yeah, I think they protested it a little bit. So the city council will vote Monday that's for trash fees. So if you guys have trash fees, City of San Diego used to be free trash fees. Mm-hmm. Now they're charging, and they're going to charge more. Now it's going to go down to like $38. So that's partially a due. It's in the same article. But let me see here. They kind of combine both of these articles, trying to find out where
I think it happened at the same time.
Yeah.
But
it doesn't say it there. But anyways, the whole story is, starting at the end of the year, they're going to be getting rid of parking fees down there. They said maybe except for the zoo. Does that sound true? Do you think the zoo has always charged?
No, zoo's always been free.
Okay.
I think the parking is owned by the city, so I think even the zoo parking money was going to the city. So I would assume I think the zoo was not happy about the parking fees down there.
Okay.
I mean, you have to pay to go to the Wild Animal Park parking, but I feel like there was like some pushback on that because as zoo members, we got like an email saying like, hey, don't worry about it. Like members will get free parking for a certain amount of time or whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, and it's still going. So if you guys are going down there, it's gonna get repealed or whatever on December 31st. So the San Diego Council has voted unanimously to repeal paid parking in Balboa Park by the end of the year. People who have paid for passes that extend beyond December 31st will be refunded on a prorated rate. So no more parking fees. I guess the public has spoken.
Yeah, I mean that's It didn't last very long. I mean, maybe the next we'll have the hole digging in Del Mar that'll go away.
I'm sure that's been broken a handful of times. There's no way to enforce the the digging. By the way, if you guys know what we're talking about, it's illegal to dig holes on the beach in Del Mar. So I don't know. Anyways, a little win for the people of San Diego.
That's right.
So
can't just keep nickel and diming us to death.
Nah. All right, let's get into this. So we have a question for Cassidy coming up, but first we got our San Diego story of the week. So let's cue it up here. Every week we bring you guys a story of the week, and we've been getting some shout outs. People have been responding on our Instagram of San Diego story of the weeks that we post every week of other stories they want to hear. So I got a few in the queue. Stay tuned for those. But if you guys follow us over on Instagram at Livin in San Diego, we'll bring you this story every single week. It's edited down. It's got pictures on it. We always do a few takes in here live. So if you guys hear it on the podcast, the actual one you see is a little bit different, but we'll make it good. We've been getting better.
Yeah.
All right, let's get queued up here. I'm going to try to set this up here. How's it look on camera? Good?
Looks good.
All right, just leaning way forward.
Yeah. I know the camera's further away than usual or something, or what?
Yeah, I think it is. Maybe that's the lighting. All right, here we go. We ready?
Yep.
Here we go. This is your San Diego story of the week. And today we're talking about one of the oldest wineries in Southern California. It's hidden away right here in San Diego County, tucked away into a quiet corner of Rancho Bernardo. And even if you have been there before, you may not realize just how much history is packed into this little corner of Rancho Bernardo. The place has survived Prohibition, watched entire neighborhoods grow around it, and somehow kept producing wine while almost everything else around the area changed. We're talking about the Bernardo Winery over in Rancho Bernardo. If you've been there before, you probably know it has this cool little hidden spot where you can walk around, grab some wine, get some food, check out the shops, and almost feel like you stepped into a little bit different part of San Diego. But what makes it more interesting... Oh, hold on. See? It's jumping on me here. Here we go. But what makes it even more interesting is just how old the place actually is. Bernardo Winery first opened in 1889, which makes it the oldest continuously operating winery in Southern California. To put that in perspective, it was around before Balboa Park, before cars were common, and long before most of the neighborhoods surrounding Rancho Bernardo and Poway ever existed. The winery originally opened on land that had been part of the La Cañada de San Bernardo Spanish land grant. The founders saw the valley and saw it was a great place to grow grapes because of the water close to the surface, the mellow slopes, and the natural layout of the land. Then in 1927, Vincent Rizzo came across the property while he was hunting in the sagebrush of North County. He ended up buying the winery, and Rizzo's family has owned and operated it ever since. The timing was interesting because this was right in the middle of Prohibition when he bought it in 1927. That's like dead in the middle of it. So how'd the winery stay in business? Wait, no, that wasn't, yeah.
Bootlegging.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. So how does a winery stay in business when selling alcohol is illegal? They got a little creative. They produced a sacramental wine for the church. They also pressed olive oil from the trees on the property and sold it to the San Diego tuna canning industry, which was pretty big at that time, as we know from our San Diego tunas stuff that's about to drop here. And apparently they sold grape juice too, although the family joke was that it may have fermented by the time people reached the end of the long, dusty driveway. By the 1940s, the winery was producing more than 100,000 gallons of wine during a typical vintage, with distribution stretching from Tijuana all the way up to Los Angeles. At one point, the winery had hundreds of acres of vineyards, but as the area grew, it became more valuable to build homes than grow grapes. The first 200 acres were sold back in the 70s, and some of the winery's former vineyard blocks became Vineland Hills in northern Poway. That's the actual neighborhood that is actually where the neighborhood got its name. Today, the remaining winery property is much smaller. It's down to around 13 acres, including 5 acres of vineyards, but they're still producing around 7,500 cases of wine every single year, all made from grapes grown here in San Diego County. Some come from the estate vineyard right there on the property, and the rest is sourced from other local vineyards around the county. The old building and giant redwood barrels are still there too. So next time you're out walking around Bernardo Winery, It's worth remembering that it's not just a cool place to grab a glass of wine. It's one of the few places in San Diego County that has somehow survived while almost everything around it has changed. There's your story of the week.
It's cool. It reminds me of the Bare Knuckle Brewing place.
Yeah.
Just similar. Remember when we were there? It was very similar feel. We did get kicked out of there too. Or not kicked out, but told not to film. Remember?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I was reading their filming policy as I was looking up this story. Apparently you have to go like check in, and even for, if people are taking, first off, you can't take like prom photos or anything that kind of, it's a winery. They don't want that, kids associated with that, whatever. But anything else for like family photos, etc. Yeah, you have to go check in. And it even said for anything like commercial, or I did find a catch though. It said filming if you have more than one person. So if we go there individually, I think we should be good. But we got what we needed.
Yeah, I think we're good for now.
But yeah, that's a cool little spot. I dig that little area back there. Nice little coffee shop in there as well. I've never eaten at the restaurant. And candy store. Yep. Yeah, it's cool. It's old school. Have you had the wine?
No.
I have to.
We went at like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, no, we did we met our buddy out there from Temecula, actually. And, or he lives in Temecula, not from Temecula. And, yeah, he got us some, we had some wine. Kids were a little younger, so they were playing soccer and whatever in the little field. But yeah, cool little spot.
Yeah, it was cool.
That brings us back. So we are dropping some other stuff here before I get in the question of the week. We're working on it. So go follow Livin in San Diego. I keep bringing it up because that's what we're going to do. We got some merch coming up. Probably we're shooting for
July sometime.
Yeah, July timeframe. So some fun stuff coming up over there, kind of related to the show and some other things around San Diego. But this next section is the question for Cassidy. And this one's sponsored by, guess who?
Us.
The Livin in San Diego real estate crew. This question is brought to you. That's what we're saying. This question is brought to you by our Livin in San Diego real estate crew. So if you're thinking about making a move anywhere in San Diego County, reach out to us.
Yep.
The links are right down below in the description. We'd be happy to help you get you dialed in. So, Cassidy.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make these questions. They're all going to be, since it's sponsored by our real estate crew, they're all going to be a little controversial. But not too controversial. But they're also going to be somewhat...
Like hot dog a sandwich type controversial?
No, not that controversial. But also related to San Diego, obviously. But we'll test it out. But some kind of real estate adjacent, if you will. So, all right. This one has to do with living in San Diego. So, Cassie, this is question of the week. Mm-hmm. Has San Diego become too expensive for the lifestyle it actually delivers, or is it still worth the premium?
I think it's still worth the premium. I mean, it's expensive, but everything's gotten expensive everywhere. So it's kind of just, you take the expensive with the sunshine and the, beaches, and not that I ever go to the beaches, but
you could,
but it could, but it's just yesterday it was 75 and beautiful all day long. Like which yes, we're into the summer, but like, how many people, when we were talking to Jeff last week,
yeah,
he was talking about November coming out here for Thanksgiving and like watching football in the backyard. I mean, you can't do that. Even like that's a cold place where he was from in New York, but Phoenix right now, unbearable.
Yeah.
Like we have a client we're helping right now, and she's like, oh yeah, no, I can't take the dog outside right now. It's 105 degrees out. Like it's insane.
That's what I was watching another agent, and she was talking about, she's in Phoenix, and she was talking about kind of their progression of the market, coming in. She's like, yeah, we're coming into June, and I don't know if it is 100 outside, but it definitely feels like it. People stop kind of
doing stuff.
Yeah, they're just like, well, we're not going to go look at houses. We're not going to go on a run. We're not going to just like sit inside, enjoy the AC.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. It's we grew up here, so we're used to the expensive. We're used to all, just that the lifestyle. But I know people who moved from here moved out there too, and it's just, you have your backyard pool. You're paying maybe half to 2/3 of the price. Mm-hmm. Probably half, I would say, right?
Probably half.
But then you live out there, and you just like for months at a time, it's like nothing. And then like, well, I mean, once you get into the fall time, it gets so nice. You're like, what about why not just have that all year?
Yeah. And to have to pay for it is not the end of the world. Why do you think so many zonies come out here during the summer?
Yeah.
Like nobody has, I mean, people have vacation homes that live in San Diego, but nobody has vacation homes because the weather is unbearable.
Yeah.
Like people, I guess it would be, or my dad's something kind of, I can't remember, some kind of uncle, some family member had a house in Michigan and had a house in Arizona. That makes sense. Nobody has like their winter home to get out of San Diego in the winter.
Yeah.
So like this is the place you live.
Yeah. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like the heat. Temecula was nice. It was 85 degrees, not too bad. It was somewhere in between, you know, when you go out to Palm Springs and then when you're here.
It was cold in the morning because we had 8 a.m. games. It was cold the first game and then pretty warm second game.
Yeah. So is it worth it?
Yes.
Okay. Debate is settled, but all right.
I'm never going anywhere. Are you going somewhere? Are you have something to tell me or no?
No, maybe like if I did, it'd be like a different, it'd be like Spain or Portugal or something.
Another country. Yeah. Canada.
Yeah, I don't know about Canada. Too cold for my liking. I don't know how hot Spain and Portugal. I think
they're pretty Mediterranean. I think they're in the same kind of belt as us.
Yeah, then that's where I'm going. So I'm out. Peace. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Living in San Diego podcast. We drop it here every single week. Let you know what's going on in San Diego. New to do and do. Stories of the week. All kinds of fun stuff. So tune in every single week. Apple, Spotify, wherever you guys are listening now. And if you want to, drop us a comment. Or rather, drop us a rating. I think we had like 18 last time I checked. We had 3 on Spotify, 18 on Apple. So leave us a little rating if you're digging it. And we'll catch you all next week. Adios.